LNA gay Ontario provincial police cops who are sex slave traffickers, sex offenders, guilty of torture, slave trafficking, identity thefts. I am the victim of full physical identity theft by a homosexual cop and his boyfriend, a guy named Robert Cross, Bill Woldridge, and other alias names. He even has one going by Stephen Mavis, which is a wanted Harvard inmate walk-away escapee. The O.p.p. are allegedly looking for cops who are guilty of murder and attempted murder in Napanee, whether still there or not. Ex-chief or commander, year 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler. Staff sergeants, years 2019-2021. Constable Ward, Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Huffner, guilty of criminal medical negligence with intent to commit and cover up. Dr. Tatiana V., aka Margie V., name and file falsifier, medical blacklister, and girlfriend to Stacy AMHS, Kingston. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, ex-CEO Wayne Coverups, and patient relations Aaron Brown. Justice of the peace. Accomplices, co-committers who are guilty of brain injuring, torture, body mutilations, my full right brain lobotomized, skull deforming, tortures, murders, attempted murders for free drugs, drop charges, and immunity. Bill Woldridge, Bill Coolidge, Bill Delarosable, Stephen Mavis, James Bubbles, and Robert Cross are his alias names. Approximately 70 years old, bald, glasses, 149 Center Street, North Napanee, Ontario, Canada. Alleged Hells Angels, Ontario chapter captain, so he says. Blair Frederick Hardy, boss to O.p.p., guilty of murdering my mother with Bill Woldridge in 2020, stalking her and killing her, causing her death. Drug trafficking, brain splitting, obsessed homosexual, guilty of identity theft, welfare, disability, old age frauds, bank frauds, rapes, and murders. Blair Frederick Hardy, boss to O.p.p., meth trafficker, and owner and controller of O.p.p. drug supply through Robert Kane. Jason Gimpy, two-step Vanilla Stein, guilty of attempted murder, brain injuring, guilty of selling laced fentanyl for homicides between Napanee and Kingston, guilty of identity theft with the intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance fraud. Tyler T. Baglake, guilty of torture crimes, attempted murder, and killing my dog. Bert Hustler, guilty of attempted murder, torture crimes, my identity theft. He is an obsessed homosexual, alleged NHL hockey player, and a meth head. He is guilty of attempted murder. Raymond LeBlanc, a child groomer, criminal stalker, guilty of torture and guilty of attempted murder. Harry Hartwick, guilty of torture crimes, guilty of sex assaults, guilty of abuse, child abuse when I was a kid as well, and also guilty now of attempted murder with intent to commit with his nephew, Dale Hartwick, who is guilty of being involved with torture crimes, skull splitting me, brain injuring me, body mutilations, my identity theft, with the intent to commit homicide for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend. Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns, guilty of attempted murder, guilty of sex assaults, guilty of attempted paralyzing me with intent to commit for drop charges with and for his boyfriend, Dale Hartwick. They are sex offenders, they are pedophiles, they are sex slave traffickers, they are drug addicts, speed, heroin, fentanyl, meth, and crackheads, all ex-inmates and accomplices with and for O.p.p. Extortion at $22,000 to have anybody arrested in Napanee, so public beware. 5 years ago and through this, damage is done. Doctors are going to answer for murders so is Jason Van Alstyne, and so is the rest of the pieces of shit one way or another.